Controversial nominee for U.S. ambassador to Malaysia draws backlash by Azlan Adnan, 16th of July 2025. Malaysian reaction. An insult, not diplomacy. The recent nomination of ultra-conservative commentator Nick Adams as the next United States ambassador to Malaysia has sparked widespread criticism and alarm across Malaysia's political and civil society landscape. The move, made by U.S. President Donald J. Trump, is being framed by critics as a blatant act of political patronage and ideological imposition, with little regard for cultural diplomacy or regional sensitivities. On social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Malaysians expressed collective outrage at what many described as a provocative, tone-deaf nomination. Hashtags such as #NickAdamsOut, not our ambassador, and #Respect Malaysia began trending shortly after the announcement. A Malaysian foreign policy analyst at University Malaya commented, "This isn't diplomacy. This is Trump sending a middle finger to multiculturalism, to diplomacy, and to Malaysia." Others were even more scathing. A retired diplomat described Adams' nomination as an insult cloaked in a suit. Who is Nick Adams? Nick Adams, born in Sydney, Australia in 1984, is a conservative political commentator, author, and founder of the advocacy group FLAG, Foundation for Liberty and American Greatness. He emigrated to the United States in 2012 and gained citizenship in 2016. Adams quickly aligned himself with the MAGA movement, becoming a staunch supporter of Donald Trump. He rose to notoriety through frequent appearances on Fox News, Newsmax, and various conservative radio shows. Often introducing himself as the epitome of an alpha male, Adams built an online following based on aggressive rhetoric, anti-leftist commentary, and self-aggrandising posts extolling masculinity and patriotism. While his books like Retaking America and Green Card Warrior won him attention in right-wing circles, they also cemented his image as a provocateur rather than a diplomat. Scandals and controversies. Adams' unsuitability for diplomatic service is not merely theoretical. He carries a long track record of offensive remarks, inflammatory rhetoric, and public controversies. These include Islamophobic tropes, past posts and appearances in which he suggested that Western civilization was under threat from Islamic fundamentalism, often painting entire cultures with a broad brush. Anti-feminist views. Adams has made numerous derogatory comments about women, especially feminists, whom he blames for emasculating men and destroying Western values. Homophobia and transphobia. He has ridiculed LGBTQ+ rights repeatedly, claiming that there are only two genders, and calling Pride Month a national embarrassment. Mockery of developing nations. Adams frequently refers to third world countries in derogatory terms. In one video, he boasted that the USC should stop sending aid to corrupt banana republics, sparking backlash in Latin America and Southeast Asia. Misogynistic online persona. His social media presence is riddled with crude comments, performative alpha male declarations, and posts likening women to property. Grifting allegations. FLAG, his nonprofit group, has come under scrutiny for spending most of its donations on self-promotion, travel, and merchandise sales. These statements and behaviors directly conflict with Malaysia's values, especially as a multi-ethnic, multi-faith society that has worked to maintain cultural harmony and regional diplomacy. Political patronage over professionalism. Observers note that Adams' nomination fits into a broader trend of Trump-era political appointments, prioritizing ideological loyalty over qualifications or expertise. Like other high-profile Trump appointees, some of whom were major donors, campaign influencers, or media personalities, Adams brings zero foreign policy or Southeast Asian experience. White House insiders confirm that Adams' online popularity and Trump's personal fondness for his alpha male brand of patriotism played significant roles in the appointment. A senior U.S. diplomat who requested anonymity said, "This nomination wasn't about Malaysia or diplomacy. It was about rewarding a loyal influencer with a prestigious title and a taxpayer-funded stage." Critics warn that if Adams is confirmed by the U.S. Senate, his tenure could seriously damage U.S.-Malaysia relations and undermine decades of soft power diplomacy cultivated through mutual respect, people-to-people ties, and cooperative regional engagement. Official silence, growing concerns. As of today, Malaysia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has not issued a formal statement regarding Adams's nomination. However, sources confirm that discreet diplomatic inquiries have begun via back-channel contacts with the U.S. Embassy in Kuala Lumpur and the State Department in Washington. Meanwhile, ASEAN analysts are concerned that Adams's potential posting may introduce unnecessary friction into already delicate regional relations, especially given Malaysia's increasingly pivotal role in U.S.-China strategic balancing in Southeast Asia. Malaysian lawmakers from both government and opposition benches have privately expressed worry that Adams will embarrass the U.S. while insulting Malaysia's diverse values. Conclusion. Nick Adams's nomination to one of the United States' most strategically and culturally sensitive ambassadorial posts is widely seen as an act of political theater, rather than sound diplomacy. His history of incendiary statements and divisive ideological branding make him woefully unfit to serve as a representative of a superpower in a Muslim-majority, multi-ethnic democracy. More than an appointment, this is a signal that under Trump, America first may mean diplomacy last. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again. Its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.